Hiya and welcome on this lovely sunny spring day. And what have we got for you today? Well, we're doing another kit review today. We're doing the EMHAR Bedford OLBD long wheelbase O series 5-ton drop side truck kit. Which comes in 1/24 scale. So yeah, we're going to do that this afternoon, and yeah, hopefully it's another one in the series. So this is number 3 of 4. So there is another one to do, and then obviously when we've done that other one, the number 4, we'll be looking at which one we're going to start first. So and I wondered if you can guess which one I'm going to start first. Out of all 4 of them by the time I've finished number 4. So I'm going to show you a couple of pictures. Hopefully it'll work. And yeah, so this comes in brown. Well, it's like a wine and cream color, but the option is that you can actually have it red as well in British Road Services Blackwall Tunnel livery. So just see if I can go to this a bit more, see if it'll come out. I don't know, it won't scroll, so never mind. So yeah, there's this is how it's going to end up, and let me see if I can put that back on the screen again. Goodness me, add to the screen please, thank you. Okay, it won't enlarge for some reason, so never mind. Anyway, that is what it's going to end up like, or well, in one of them colors anyway, either in the red wine and cream or the red, or it can end up in any other color that you wish. So also available in this series is the other 2 that you can see there, plus another one, and we'll be having a look at them other ones shortly, and then you can see what's in the whole range then. So yeah, a lovely looking truck, it really is. So okay, there's only a couple in the comments. I'll go through them quickly, and then we'll move on and have a look at this kit. So first one in the comments then is Darth DMC. Good afternoon all. Good afternoon, Darth. Thanks for joining. And then we've got Crafty Chris. Hi Darth, and hi darling. Thanks for joining. And right, we'll move on a bit then, and we'll have a look. We'll have a look at what it looks like in the kit and see what we get. Well, we will when I can change my camera. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this, building one of these absolutely immensely. I am. So there we are. So that's the kit. Okay, it comes in a rather large box, and to give you an idea of the size of the box it comes in, the box is 16 inches by 10 inches. So yeah, that's quite a big box. So I must say that some of the others are a little bit bigger in the box size, and I can only put that down to the fact that this has got a more or less a straight wooden back. You know, it's only a drop side truck back. There's nothing to the back really, and we'll see a bit more of that later on in the process. But the others available are them down there in the bottom corner. So you've got the grey tipper. You've got the small wrecker wagon, and then you've got the Dominion tanker. Now the Dominion tanker is the next one we'll be doing in the series, and that'll be the last one because you haven't seen that one yet. So yeah, that'll be all 4 in the series. So what a fantastic kit these are. They're pretty much all the same. The cab, the bonnet, the front bonnet and wings, they're pretty much all the same. In every one. So let's have a look. So this is the 1/24 scale long wheelbase O series 5-ton drop side truck. Yeah, and as I've shown you before, it comes in options of 2 colors with 2 lots of transfers. So that's the second option, the red one with the British the British Road Services at Blackwall Tunnel livery. Okay, which looks absolutely fantastic. So I used to know somebody who had one of these at one time. And they used to go to the regular rallies and shows with us as well. So I'm going to put the box lid aside for a minute, and then we can have a look at the sprues. So I'm on the Ian Campbell Partwork Upgrades mat, so hopefully they'll show up a lot better than what they've been in the box. We'll have a look at the first sprue. Oh, it comes as a double sprue. So all I've done is cut the plastic down one side of these sprues, so we can have a look, and we can have a look and see what's in them. And if I move that across, hopefully I'm getting a better quality of picture, and it would be better if it was the right way up, wouldn't it? So right, yeah, as in all the other ones, then this is mostly the cab and the wings. So you've got the doors here, you've got the front grille, radiator grille, the radiator itself, the front bumper, the headlights and the dashboard, and the wings, and the bonnet top, then the scuttle, and then seats, and then the bonnet sides, and the floor into the cab. Okay, lovely detail on these. If I bring this up to the camera, it might show it, it might not. So yeah, that's the Bedford bonnet you can see there, the classic Bedford bonnet. So, and then there's decals to go on there as well. So yeah, they're going to be superb. That's the front of the sprue. The back of the sprue is where all your push pin marks are from the workings, of course, from making the kit. And you won't be seeing them anyway, because obviously they're underneath. But they're not too bad as a whole, really. I've seen a lot worse. And yeah, so that's sprue number one. Then I'm going to show you that's a sprue actually. So, and it looks really nice. I can't wait to get into these and get one of them built. So my idea is that I want to have them glossy paint, because eventually what I want to do is make a diorama of a Bedford Vauxhall dealers or garage, and so I want, you know, quite a few of these around the dealership, and making a diorama so that there's 5 or 6 models around that's connected with Vauxhall Bedford of that period in time, you know, the early 1940s and up to 1950. So yeah, which would be brilliant. So yeah, I'm hoping I can get them coloured in painted in gloss paint, and I'll be looking to gather information of anybody that wants to freely give me some information how I can spray these in gloss paint, and how I can get them looking brand new. So that would be helpful if you could, please. So I'm gathering that it could be a case of I might have to go down the road of having a spray kit. I'm not sure. So anyway, we'll come to that a bit later on, won't we, when we start building them. Let me give you a few sizes on here with the old ruler. So the Bedford grill is very nearly 4 centimeters long, or an inch and a half, or just under. So the doors are 1.25 inches across, or very nearly 3 centimeters across. So the wings are, I would have said 2 inches, or very nearly 5 centimeters in depth. So that's giving you a couple of measurements over how long it's going to be, how big it's going to be. But in a bit later on, I'll give you a bit more information on that, because we've got some better sprues than this one. Okay, let's move on then to the next sprue. So in the same packet was this, and we've got wheels. Okay, so we've got the classic Bedford wheels. And you can tell the classic Bedford wheels by the star arrangement in the center. Okay, and these are the rear ones, they're the front ones, and you obviously make up the wheels to make 6 wheels, 2 at the front, 4 at the back. And then on the same sprue we've got the front axle, okay, and then we've got the exhaust, And then we've got the battery. Just in the last, same as in the last sprues that we had for this model. The springs, of course, and the good old steering wheel on there. Again, quality is fantastic. If I was to give you a diameter of the wheels, well, I'm going to say they're very nearly an inch. So by the time they're made up, so yeah, very nearly an inch diameter. So that gives you another idea of how big it is. So let's move on to the second sprue then, or another sprue. So this again is a sprue that's similar to all the rest, because they're all common parts. So you get your engine, and the good old 28 horsepower straight 6-cylinder petrol engine that the Bedford O-types had. The rear axle. Okay, and I've noticed that it's a centre rear axle and not an offset rear axle. If it was an offset rear axle, it'd be for a coach, but because it's a straight set in the middle axle, it's for a lorry. So if you ever come across a Bedford axle and it's to one side, you know it's for a coach. Oh, yeah, you've heard it from me for the first time. So yeah, we've got the rear wings in there, nice and solid. Also the engine and all the bits and pieces for the engine that add on as well, so which are brilliant. Yeah, the detail is fabulous, it really is. So, and looks like they've been really well made on the sprue as well, so they are going to take a little bit of cutting off the sprue, so which is good. Okay, so that's that one. So let's move along to a little one now then. So we've got a little sprue. And this is like the headboard. So you've got a headboard that goes across the top of the cab. You've got two different shapes of headboards. You can have a nicer one or just a standard one. And then you've got some of the sideboards and the steps there for the running boards. So, and this one, I'm not sure what it's for at the moment. It could be a drop-down sideboard. But it has got a wooden pattern on it, and we'll come to them a bit later on. But yeah, they're the headboards. Okay, and then the next sprue then. So this is where it starts and gets interesting to me, and that's because this is totally different to the others. And this is obviously the back loading area of your flatbed wagon, with all the wooden struts and everything that goes down each side. And the wooden ladder rack as well that goes across the top of the cab, so you can put ladders on there, etc. So let's have a bit of a measurement, shall we, of the rear back floor. So the rear back floor of this is 7 inches long. Wow, 7 inches long. So what's that? That's a 180 millimeters. Is that? Yeah, 180 millimeters long or thereabouts. And it's just over, well, it's about 3 1/4 inches wide. So yeah, so that's going to be an impressive sight. Now at this point, I'm going to just diversify a little bit and go into the box and get the cab out. And as the same as before, the EMHAR cabs are all wrapped up nice and secure and everything, so you don't spoil anything. So I'm just going to cut the tape. And then I'm going to see if I can marry this up to the floorboard to see what we've got that way. So carefully undo that. So there's the cab. Okay, so let's put the cab just behind the floorboard there, and hopefully you'll get an idea of how long it's going to be now. Not forgetting, of course, that you've got the front wings on and the bonnet further down here. So let's have a quick measurement now of that, and that's 9 inches long. So yeah, that's going to be very, very impressive. So it's going to end up about just short of 11 inches long, all in. So yeah, just short of 11 inches long is this lovely model. So I'm just going to put the cab back in there for the time being, and then we'll move on to the next sprue. Oh, before we move on to the next sprue, I'll show you. Don't know whether this camera will pick it up, but you can actually see the wood grain on here, and I'm not sure that this camera will pick it up. I don't think it will. It's not good enough, this camera. I might have to bring it away from it for a second. So it went all out of focus. Okay. Yeah, no, it's not going to bring that wood grain effect up on the floor in there, which is a shame, isn't it? Because it really does stand out. Okay. So the next one before the last sprue then is this one, and this is the chassis legs all the way down, and then the head and sideboards for the wooden back. And I think that it's a split sideboard as well, so you can split it rather than it being full length. You can split it halfway, the sideboard. And then the wooden struts that go along the chassis rails. So they used to be made out of kerosene at one time, which is a really hard wood. So then we've got these chassis rails. So let's have a quick measure of these chassis rails. These chassis rails are 9 1/4 inches long. So that's impressive. So, and again, all the wooden sideboards, apart from the metal bits, they have a simulated wood on the sides there, so it's going to be picking up nicely if you're going to be dry brushing them. And yeah, it'll look absolutely superb. We've got all the hooks for the bodywork, and yeah, we've got various things that go along with it as well. The springs, the reinforced springs, and the end to the fuel tank and what have you. So there's the fuel tank at this end. So yeah, so that's that. And let's have another one. So we've got glass parts now. So did I open this? No, I didn't open this one. So you've got your side windows, you've got your windscreens, you've got the back cab window, and then you've got the front headlights and the side lights. And does that have a beacon in it? Oh, it does. It looks as though it's got a beacon. Oh, that might be interesting. So if it's got a beacon, that's great. Okay, because I've got an idea for modification. So let's have a look at the transfer sheet then. So we've got in the transfer sheet, we have found the opening. There we go. So see if my camera will pick these up. So we've got British Railways in the old wine and cream, and then we've got various registration plates. So you could choose whichever registration you wanted it to be. 3 lots, I think, or is it 4 lots? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lots of registration plates. So you have the square ones for the back, and then the long ones for the front. So, and then you've got the British Railways one at this side. And then you've got the other one. So, and it says South Bradford Group or West Blackburn Group, Blackwall Tunnel Group, British Road Services. So you've got all the British Road Services decals, and then you've got the logos as well, the British Rail and Road Services logo with the line with a wheel on the centre. So yeah, they are superb. Oh, it gives you a Derby one, and British Road Services, load 5 tons, British Railways. Yeah, it gives you all sorts of everything decal wise. So that's brilliant, and they are very, very good quality too. So, and just as to pick out, for us to pick out a couple, there's the speedo and the fuel and temperature gauge just down there. Okay. If I was to pick out a couple to show you, so let's put that protective bit over there. Then we next come to the instructions, and before I do that, I've got to show you the tyres, and the tyres are as the other ones are. They are they're like rubber, actually. They're like really nice rubber for these tyres. So they do feel really nice, and they've got lots of detail on them too. So if you're building it brand new, you could have them brand new. But if you're building it for a diorama or anything with mud on the wheels, or you know, worn or something. There's plenty of scope there to put some worn tread on and what have you. Yeah, they are rather good, and squashy too. So yeah, as the others are. Lovely tyres they are. The proper type as well. They really are. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. We've shown you the cab already, and then we've got the instructions or destructions. So this tells you where the decals go if you're doing one of them of the two trucks there, or three, or even four trucks I think they've got. So, or you can make your own. You can, you know, paint your own up and whatever you wanted. So yeah, going into the instructions, it tells you again the decal placement, where you can place the decals, and then it tells you what's on each decal as you go along. And then it says this is how you start, and you start with the engine on this one, and then the chassis, and you move along the chassis to add all the details to the chassis. The wooden rails that go on top of the chassis for the backboard, the cab, and then finishing off the chassis with the wheels and the spare wheel. You've got a spare wheel, and then the interior of the cab, the bulkhead, the wings. And then you start work on the back body itself until you get to the point where it's nearly finished and you're putting the wooden sides on. And just as I said, the wooden sides are split wooden sides, so you can either have them up together, or you can have one down, or you can have the other one down, or both down. So split wooden sideboards, and the tailboard hinges as well. And then you've got the ladder rack on there, fit into the chassis along with the bulkhead. And the last one is the putting it all together with all the bits and pieces, all the details, the bonnet sides, the bumper, the front radiator grill, etc., and the cab, putting it all together. And yeah, lovely clear instructions, really are nice. I think we've shown you the cab. The cab is wonderful, just exactly the same as the others. Nice detail on it, and quite strong as well. So yeah, they're going to be quite robust for these models, which is great. And the classic Bedford shape with the split window. And for those of you who are scratch building out there, you could use this cab for almost anything, couldn't you? You could use it for one of the old war ones, I suppose, the OW ones. So, and a bit later on, I may see if I can purchase another one of these models, these long wheelbase ones, and I may be making a OWB out of it. But yeah, scratch building wise, but that's for the future. I've got a lot to do before then. So that is about it for the kit review. Hopefully it's answered all your questions. So where do you get them from? Well, you can get them from eBay or other auction sites online. You can get them from Amazon, and you can get them from all sorts of model shops and plastic modeling shops, etc., and places such as the Range have one or two in, and Hobbycraft too. Hobbycraft have them in. The prices varies. They vary between £35 and £55, depending on where you find them. And yeah, to me they are an absolute bargain. Absolute bargain for a 1/24 scale wagon of the 1940s, 50s. They're an absolute bargain. They really are. And you're going to get hours of entertainment out of building one, I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure. So I think that's about it for now. I suppose you can find them on the internet as well through EMHAR, and you spell EMHAR with EMHAR, and that's the series that we've done. So the next one then will be, let's get it into camera focus. The next one will be this blue tanker. It'll be the Dominion tanker. And we've done the short wheelbase tipper. We've done the wrecker wagon. And the tanker will be next. And then we've done this wine and cream or red or whatever colour you want to paint it, a long wheelbase one today. Okay, I think that's about it. Darth DMC says you should do videos of the building of these. Yeah, well, I could if I had the time, but I haven't got the time. And I would not like to build on land with the pressures of actually building. As you know, I do build the Agora bus and what have you on land, and the pressures of doing that's enough. Pressures of doing this, I'd like to take my time over them, and nobody wants to do a 3-hour stream while I'm just putting decals on or something. That'd be rather boring. But yeah, I see where you're coming from there, Darth. But yeah, no, I'd rather do them offline. But I would bring them on land for updates, etc. Showing you what I've done. Okay, let me come back to the camera then, and see if I can get back on here. Okay, forward facing. There we go. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. That's the EMHAR O-type long wheelbase drop side wagon, and that's it for me for today. Tonight we've got coming up. We've got the Routemaster, the Southend Transport Routemaster, and that's the blue one from Agora Models, and we'll be doing that tonight on my channel at 8 o'clock. Yeah, I'd be ever so grateful if you could join me there and see what I'm up to with the blue Routemaster from Agora Models, the special Routemaster, the special modded Routemaster. Okay, well, I'm going to love you and leave you. And thank you ever so much for your attention this afternoon. And we'll see you again sometime. So bye from me. Take care now.